Well, good morning, everybody. Today is November the 11th. Yes, it is Veterans Day. Yes, we are celebrating birthday as well and several other celebrations of life. But we're going to tell more about that in just a few minutes. It's Wake Up to Akana. For those of you that are here for the very first time, we want you to know this takes place every single Monday, and we get to hear from our CEO, the hardest working CEO in the country. Never seen anybody work as hard as she works. I was listening to a segment by Miles Monroe this morning, is my motivation period, and he was talking about anointing. And I know we say lots of things about Melissa Boston, but sometimes we don't use the word anointed. And he said that that anointing on your life will bring along with it favor and challenges that put you in a unique position for success. So, welcome to the call this morning, Anointed Melissa Boston. Melissa, are you out there?
I am out here. Wow, Dr. Ross, thank you so much, first of all, just for your kind words and being so gracious. Every time I get on the Monday call and you give me these accolades, I really am humble because when I think about you and I think about the spirit of how you move and the anointing that's on your life and just what you've done to be a blessing to every single one of us as our VP of Communications, as one of our Emerald directors. So again, thank you, and just humbled this morning by that message. And I want to just welcome everyone to the line. Say good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, it is Veterans Day. So, Anthony Morris, we hear you out there, and all of our veterans out there. I know we have many of our distributors and customers who have served in duty. So, we just want to tell you that we love you and we honor you today. And it is another holiday, so I didn't know. But Diana Coleman is her birthday. And so happy birthday to you, Diana Coleman. Just super excited to be on the line. And again, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to lead the call off by sharing the meaning of economy means in the hands of God. Our mission, we believe health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright. By offering the most life-changing products and an innovative business, we empower people to elevate to their full potential. Now, before we dive into today's agenda, I just want to pause also and share some news that weighs heavily on my heart. One of our dear distributors, Royalene, many of you know Royalene, but she's experienced an unimaginable loss with the passing of her beloved son. I know you've been keeping her in your prayers. I know he's been battling for a while now. But as a community, we know the importance of celebrating wins together, but we also stand united in times of sorrow. And so just so that you know, Royalene, today our thoughts, our prayers, our deepest sympathies are with you and your family. And just know that you're not alone. We're here to support you. We hold space for you. We surround you with love during this incredibly difficult time. And I just want to encourage everybody on this call, those of you who know her, maybe even if you don't know her, just to reach out with your words of comfort or just simply let her know. We are thinking about her in this moment and she is not alone. And so I want to just take a moment of silence so we can honor the life of her son and just send some love and light to Royalene this morning, because this just happened, I believe, yesterday. So this is just something that she's now dealing with, and we want to let her know we're there for her. So we're going to take just a few seconds and pause for a moment of silence. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. So let's carry this spirit of compassion and support with us today and always. And I want to also just say this because I know so many people are going through something right now. And so whether you've experienced a loss, whether it's just a hardship, if you're going through something, just know, again, you're not alone. I know I had the pleasure, really, of spending some time with Cherie Eppinger, who came in from South Bend. She actually drove in last night. I was here at the office doing some work. Our concierge technically had the night off because we didn't have any overnights. But Sherry called and she says, hey, is anybody there? I really need to get into the energy center. I was like, sure, absolutely. I'm here upstairs. I can get you in. But just because there's so much going on around us, right? The loss of so many family members and friends and just some things that just happened so unexpectedly. I just know it's important that we just also keep our health in mind, right? We keep that aspect of self-care because so many times we're spending our time putting oxygen on everyone, and we also need that oxygen on you. And that's also a reminder to our Black Card members. Some of you are here in Chicago, and you haven't gotten in and gotten your hours, but you got to put that time in. We know the power of the energy. We know the power of the infrared, and you want to make sure that every month you're getting in at least one time. Really, we say to get in 4 times a week, or at least do your overnight stay once a month, right? Those 8 hours are critical. And I was just so happy to see the beautiful smile on Cherie's face as she woke up this morning, just so elated with her experience last night and just understanding the power of what we have as a community. I mean, we have a wellness center. We don't just have products, but we have a space that we can all participate in. And so, again, just a reminder, let's put oxygen on you, okay? Because I myself, I'm on my way to a funeral this Friday. It's going to be Saturday, but I'm leaving to go to Southern Illinois on Friday. But again, we've got to stay prayed up because we just see too many things happening all around our community. And so some of the things we're doing in order to take things to the next level in this holiday season, we're offering events, these elevated experiences. And so I'm going to mention a couple of those that I really want to encourage you to plug into, not just you, but you want to get your family and friends, because this could be an opportunity in which not only you get them here, but now that person you've been wanting to do that bioscan with, you're not prohibited from bringing in your machine, right? And scanning someone, before they leave out, because it might be your only opportunity to do so, okay? And so we're having our Friendsgiving, okay? So I'm Friendsgiving Spa Day. So it's really a tribute to Thanksgiving, right? It's kind of in honor of Thanksgiving, where you can get together with the people in your circle, whether it's your daughters and your sons, whether it's your friends, but it's just a day to get together and celebrate in a spa fashion. So this is going to be pampering. It's going to be indulgent, but it's going to actually have a healthy twist. So we will have turkey, but it will be air fried turkey. For those of you who don't eat meat, we'll have vegan options. We're going to have a macaroni and cheese, but it's going to be with the vegan cheese on it. So just, again, a lot of healthy twist to the traditional Thanksgiving we have. I was watching something the other day, and it said something like, we have 15 holidays we celebrate every year that are really designed to kind of kill us, because the holidays really is when we get together and we eat the most toxic food, right? Whether we're barbecuing, whether we're eating too many fried foods. And so we want to always be mindful as a company that when we do events, we want to give it also as an opportunity to share and introduce new traditions, right? We want to break some of those old traditions. Just because we've done it for the last 50 years don't mean we need to keep doing it, right? There's certain things we got to break. If we're going to break through and have a health revolution, right, where we're going to see great health in blue zones, we've got to break some traditions that are breaking us, okay, that are causing us to have these generational problems. And so we really look at Friendsgiving as a great way, not only to be pampered, because we will have our masseuse there, our foot bath, but we're going to have this indulgent, healthy meal that's going to be phenomenal and feel so familiar. It's going to give you the comfort you want, but also the health that we need by leaving out some of those toxic ingredients, right? And some of the toxic ways in which we prepare our food. And so we're just super excited. This event will sell out. I mean, I can suspect just based on the current demand, we're going to have this full to capacity. Right now, we're leaning towards a capacity of safely around 25, comfortably, I guess I can say, because we do want to offer a lot of great services, but we can technically accommodate, much more than that. But we want to keep it within that 25 to 30 range so we can give everybody that high level of pampering, okay? And so we will pull the tickets once we hit that number, okay? When we hit that number, we're going to pull the tickets. So if you haven't had a chance to check us out, to go online to the Soul Massage, to grab up your ticket, you want to do that now, okay? And so click under the product tab, which is the 3 bars at the top, and that's how you can see actually all the events, because that's not it. There's another event coming up, again, to elevate our self-care, because at each one of these events, we're going to be incorporating our products like you've never seen. In fact, the one for November 17th, we're calling that the Bliss Zone. We're having celebrity hairstylist Chris Kurtz, who will be there to do his magic. And what we love about that day is he's going to be utilizing a lot of our products as we do these scalp massages, okay? They're going to get reflexology, foot massages, and they're going to get hand massages too. They'll have 2 to 3 massage therapists working with them at any given time. So this is going to be the ultimate, okay, in feeling pampered and feeling spoiled and giving yourself some self-care. But we're going to be using the peppermint, right? We're going to use the black seed, even the oud that will make an appearance back again, okay, in a short while. So that will be featured as well, so that we can really get people excited about our products. He's going to talk about the shampoo and the leave-in conditioner, and all the other things like the moisturizing conditioner as well. And so it's going to be a great opportunity, again, to be pampered. You can get that ticket also online. And it's going to be very indulgent too. We're having a vegan crab cake and salmon sliders, okay? And then there's going to be some infused martinis, some wine. So just, again, a fabulous night to have fun. And so November the 17th is going to be a little bit later. I think it's going to be from 4 to 8, where the one on the 23rd, it's going to start from, I believe we said from 2 to 6, okay? So 2 to 6 for that one. And so again, check online, get all the details if you're ready to not only get pampered, but to get your family and friends out with you. Also, too, a couple big announcements. Super excited for those of you who really went wild in what do they call it, in the pre-sales, right? Some of you went crazy and really showed up. You showed out, and you got some big numbers we're going to be posting for you so that you can see where you're at. Some of you are already going to be at Ruby. Some of you are going to be getting closer to Emerald. And so it's exciting because even though the month really hasn't gotten started, because we know most of the sales happen when? The week of Black Friday, and then of course Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But some of you, because you took advantage of pre-sales, you're going to come into this with some phenomenal points, okay? So those points are actually loading. So just know, stay on the lookout, okay? Because over the next 48 hours, you should have all your points loaded in your system, and you'll see exactly where you're at so that you can be off to the races. And remember, for those Black Card packs, the Generational Wealth packs, you receive 2,400 points, okay? Some of you have actually even sold the Generational Health pack, and that's giving you 600 points. And so as we add all those together, it's just exciting because as you push yourself up through the rubies and the emeralds and the diamonds, you know, we're going to see checks this month, you know, with 5 figures easily, right? 5-figure checks easily. And some of you are going to pull double 5 figures. And so you really want to make this day the time for you to strategize. And I'm going to give you another strategy that's going to help pull your numbers in, okay? So you're going to get another tip before this call ends out. That's going to be really, really big, a big, big, big announcement. In fact, we're calling them dollar days, okay? And so just get ready for that. Also, too, the founders checks are also loading for the check that pays out, you know, this month, in the middle of the month. So just know the founders checks are loading. So if you did get your customers over the last few periods, then you're going to be one of those people that are going to be super excited because that's going to give you more money for holiday shopping. And then, of course, some of you paid attention and got your 3 auto ships. And so check your loyalty points. I know offhand, I remember people like Margaret Dorsey, Dr. Betty, Diana Coleman. You know, you guys actually did get your 3 auto ships done. There were a few others too, but just check your back office, guys, because anyone that did get their 3 auto ships, that means 3 customers on auto ship, you received your auto ship for free for that very first month when we kicked it off. And so I want you to check that out and make sure that you pull your numbers so that you can see exactly where you're at. But all those bucks that we're loading, that's going to help you with your holiday sales, okay? And so with that being said, I want to go ahead and get into today's topic before I give you that special announcement. So stay tuned because it's coming, okay? But the topic today is embracing the season for change for unstoppable growth, right? We have to embrace the season of change if we're going to have unstoppable growth, okay? And so as we step into this most exciting and dynamic time of the year, okay, this is our biggest shopping season, I want to talk about something that's so essential, not just for our success in the next few months, but for our long-term growth, and that is embracing the season of change. You know, I was reading something the other day, and it talked about how people that are quickly able to adapt, you know, to not only embrace change, but to have an adaptive spirit. You know, they typically are the type of people and companies that survive because a lot of times it's hard to change. It's hard to move. And when we move, guess what happens, guys? A lot of times it's just not going to work, okay? Because everything's shifting. Everything around us is changing. Changing is inevitable. We're in a world that's constantly shifting by the second, by the minute, whether it's consumer habits, technology, markets, even our own personal goals. And the people that thrive are the ones who don't just resist change, but embrace it, okay? Now let's think about nature when it comes to change, right? The leaves are falling from the trees. They're not a loss. They're making way for new growth. So as we approach this season, let's shed some of the old habits, okay? And that old habit might be procrastination. Maybe you've been saying, I'm going to call my customers, I'm going to book a party, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. We've got to stop procrastinating, and we've got to shed those old habits. We have to shed outdated fears, okay? The beliefs that limit us in order to make room for something greater. See, it's hard for us to walk into the greatness God has for us if we're holding on to all these bad habits and bad fears and limiting beliefs. So we've got to make room, okay, for the greatness to be now in our life the way we want it. And why we have to make room for change right now, why we must change in this very second. Understand that new seasons, and yes, we're in a new season. We're in the season of the largest shopping segment of the year, okay? And so the reality is, if you come into this season with the same mindset you had last month, then you're not going to benefit from the massive success we're going to have. So new seasons demand new strategies, right? What worked last month is not going to work this month if you're going to go out and have big numbers. So as leaders, as innovators, we must stay ahead by being adaptable and open to fresh ideas, okay? And number two, the marketplace is hungry for solutions. So we must change right now because the marketplace is demanding solutions, okay? And guess what consumers are looking for? They're looking for health. They're looking for wellness and transformation. Did you see the post I posted on my Facebook page? I asked ChatGPT what would be the most profitable industries in 2025, right? From a non-biased perspective, I wanted this brain, and they tell us that the brain of ChatGPT is kind of like you being alive for 6,000 years, right? It has data and information that's impossible for the human brain to actually have, access to simultaneously. And so we have an advantage when we can go to AI and utilize that to help you in your business. But when ChatGPT, this 6,000-year-old brain with so much wisdom, said the number one most profitable industry for 2025 is health and wellness, that is a clue that people are looking for you. But the question is, do they know you're in business? See, are you ready to show them and have the confidence that we are the solution? People aren't passing prematurely, right? People are dying from preventable diseases, and the time to take action is right now. Number three, the reason why we must change now is momentum is built on action. If you are not active right now, if you're not doing anything to try to work your business, Black Friday will come and you might make a little bitty splash, but there are going to be some people that make a tsunami, okay? This is not just about selling products. It's about creating momentum in our teams, in our mindset. Do you have a momentum mindset? And then we create that ultimately in our business. And so I have a call to action, okay, for every single person on the line, okay? This shopping season is not just about transactions. It's about transformation, right? It's about our customers, our teams, and for ourselves. And so our call to action is one, we have to elevate with these events. And if you're not hosting events, at least plug into what we're doing and don't come alone, come with customers so that they can leave transformed, ready to do their 7-day cleanse, ready to do their 21-day cleanse, ready to get on the bitters detox, ready to auto ship the fuel, ready to learn their blood types, okay? But my call to action is we have to adapt, okay? A growth mindset. Approach our challenges as opportunities to grow and evolve. And as we do that, we have to also ensure that we're working, right, our business so that we don't get what they call kind of like rusty, okay? And so as we're growing our mindset, we also have to utilize what we're putting and feeding ourselves, which means we have to go out and take action. So our call to action is, yes, these events, working on our mindset, but also to start tracking exactly what your plan is, whether you're making a list, looking in your back office to see who shopped with you last month, who shopped with you last Black Friday season. You want to start building that database. You want to start connecting with your customers. You want to re-listen to a call I did a couple of weeks ago where I laid out the plan for Black Friday and some of the things you can do, whether it's on social media, whether it's creating group chats with your customers, but you really want to take massive action right now. You want to be bold. Be bold in your conversations. See, this is the time to step out of your comfort zone. Can you imagine? There's somebody out there whose life could literally depend on you, or depend on you whether you call them or not, which means it depended on you. It depended on you to make that phone call, okay? Because we're losing people too prematurely. People are leaving up out of here, and life is unfair to those who are unaware. How many people in your circle are unaware that you have this great solution? Because perhaps you haven't had the courage yet to reach out to them. And that's why sometimes you want to work with an accountability partner, that you can actually do this in a group setting. Sometimes it's easier when you get together with your teams. I know the Moonies, Willie Mooney's coming today. They're having a great strategy session with their teams. It's great to do that. I would challenge all the diamonds, whether you're on Zoom doing it, whether you're in your home, but get together with your teams and really help them develop their plan, have that list, and give them the courage by being there with them every step of the way, and share the vision of how our products can transform lives, okay? And so it's very important that we're bold in our conversations. We understand the significance of getting this message out. And we want you to do what? And we hear this a lot. I've heard Mooney say this a lot, okay? But taking ownership. And we have to take ownership of the season. See, success doesn't wait for anyone. So we have to take control of this moment by showing up with clarity, with passion and purpose every single day, okay? And so let's end with this, okay? Seasons of change are not easy, but they're worth it. They stretch us, they refine us, they prepare us for bigger blessings. If you're feeling the pressure, take it as a sign. Growth is on the horizon. When you think about diamonds start off as coal, right? But they're coal that under pressure stuck to their job. And guess what? They evolved as a diamond. So I see everyone on the line as diamonds in the making, right, Crystal? Okay. So together, we have everything it takes to make this season our most impactful yet. So remember, change is inevitable, but transformation is a choice, okay? So in that change, are you going to not just go through the motions, but are you going to transform? Are you going to evolve? Are you going to be that caterpillar that turns into the butterfly? See, this is your moment. It's your moment to shine. It's your moment to fly. It's your moment to trust your wings. And so let's choose to rise, to adapt, and to soar to new heights. But guess what? It starts with us doing what? We got to get to work, okay? We got to plan our week out, right? We have to set our goals. And most importantly, we have to believe. We have to believe in the power of the season. We have to believe in the power of now. We have to believe in the fact that if 2025, the most profitable industry in network marketing, it's going to be health and wellness. People are looking for coaching. They're looking for solutions. They're looking for testing. They're looking for every single thing we offer. The challenge is we've got to get excited. We've got to run with that boldness, and we have to let the world know we're here. So I would challenge you to start going live on Facebook. That's one of the things I've been working on my strategy, just going live on Facebook. I see people every day educating about health and wellness. And I listen to them. I'm like, they don't know more than any person on this line. But guess what? They're sometimes having thousands of views. Sometimes they're having hundreds of thousands of views. But we've got to also become the experts. Go on Facebook Live. Share your expertise. Share what you know. And do it in a way where you're not even talking about your products. Because you have to remember, sometimes you got to first just lead with sharing and your knowledge, because if you're constantly just trying to share your products, your Facebook community, your Instagram community, they're going to tune you out. They're going to turn off your channel. So you've got to understand that there's a time in which you do identify products and things of that nature. You might have a power post where you might talk about specific ingredients in one of your products, maybe not even showing the picture of the product sometimes, but it's a strategy. And we've got to embrace that strategy if we want to build massive momentum. So yes, again, I'm going to repeat this again, plan your week, okay? Which means set your goals and believing in the power of where we're at right now, the power of acting in the now, because change is here. It is here, okay? Change has arrived. And so guess what? It's time to embrace it, and it's time to make it work for you, okay? So let's go, okay? And in fact, we always say ready, set, let's just say go, okay? And so how do we go? I'm going to do something so revolutionary today because we really want you to understand the power of taking action right now. See, sometimes we're waiting for Black Friday, but there's some people who their health is so critical. Their health is so dire. They cannot wait until Black Friday, right? They need to have their products right here and right now. And so next week, on Monday, we're actually starting our first set of deals as we're leading up through Black Friday. And in fact, let me look at the calendar. It's not next week, but it's a week. Yeah, it's next week. There's some deals, but then the week after that, it's the heaviest deals. And of course, we have Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But what we're doing today, okay, let's talk about today. Today, what we're going to do, it's going to actually be something that will continue for the whole week, but there's something extra special for you today. And this is going out and reaching out to your customers, right? People that might just need to put some pain cream on themselves, right? They're in pain. People that might need to go ahead and start their healthy detox right now. People that need to detox before Thanksgiving. In fact, I know our corporate team, we're going on a fast. We're going to be fasting, okay? And if you want to join us with that fast, we invite you to do so. But this is the time to get people excited about getting those pounds off before Thanksgiving, before the holiday. Because again, many people never make it to the holiday. So for every customer, you start putting in the system that's buying items, we're going to start looking at your CV that you accumulate this week. It could be on your own personal purchases. It could be on customers. And here's what we're going to do. Now, today, it's going to be disruptive, okay? We're going to do something so phenomenal today only. That means for every CV point that hits the system, remember, for every dollar you spend, that's called team points. CV might be 70 cents on the dollar. It might be 60% on the dollar. It might be 80% of the dollar. But for every single CV that we see hit the back office today, okay, we're going to give you $1 in Econobucks for your Black Friday shopping, which means you can go out and put 200 CV in by getting customer orders, and we're going to put 200 Econobucks in your back office so that you can use that for your holiday shopping. So if you're ready to be excited about Black Friday, but you're not sure where your money's coming from, well, guess what? Can you imagine going out and just getting some customers by reaching out and caring enough to say, hey, before Thanksgiving, I'm going to go on a cleanse. You should join me. Let's get healthy. Too many people in our family, we're seeing them, prematurely die, right? We want to help get in front of this. So get a few of your girlfriends, get your sister, get your brother, right? Get people excited about doing something now, about taking action in this moment. And so when you do it today, you're going to receive that $1 Econobuck that will be deposited directly into your back office for you to shop any time of the year. But again, you want to utilize those Econobucks for Black Friday when we have our biggest sales ever, okay? So super excited about that. Now, tomorrow, you can still get customers to shop. They can buy a pain cream, right? Pain cream pays out X amount of points. Let's say they buy a pain cream. I mean, just something as simple as that could put like $40, right, in your back office. I mean, this is exciting times, but if they do it tomorrow, you're not getting dollar for dollar on the CV, okay? If they do it tomorrow, you're actually going to receive what they call 30 cents on the dollar for the rest of the week. So for every CV all week long, you're getting 30 cents on the dollar, but today you're getting dollar for dollar, okay? Because this is our way of saying, yes, it's Happy Veterans Day. And Diane, I guess we could say it's your birthday. So there we go. That's your birthday special. Okay. And so with that being said, you're going to get the details sent out to you. But the bottom line is you want to get to shopping. You want to get your customers to shopping so that you can start earning those Econobucks and you can leverage other people's money to buy what you need to buy on Black Friday, okay? And so with that being said, I want to also just remind everyone, we have our reboundwithakana.com. So you want to join and get that rebound on. You want to save your strands so we can save our strands at 2:30 p.m. Central. Of course, the Diamond Factory with Coach Dan tomorrow. And then, of course, I want to remind each and every one of you to have an Akana day, because we're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top.